Welcome back to another edition of Health Hack. Melissa Deely here, and today I am continuing talking about lessons that have been highlighted, that I've picked out, that I've really enjoyed being reminded of in recent weeks and months. And today's lesson is that our thoughts and our actions are rooted in what we find attractive, not in what is logical. And so what's really interesting about that is just think about the last time you went shopping for a pair of shoes, a dress, etc. We've all been there. We've all done that where we don't need another pair of shoes. We don't need another dress, but we see it and it brings out the emotion in us of, I love that. You can see yourself wearing the shoes, the dress, whatever, and you buy it. That is a complete purchase based on emotion, right? And so in so many cases, we are much more likely to act on emotion rather than reason because our thoughts and actions are rooted in that emotion. And here's the other thing that's really interesting is the way that our brain works, that our brain is designed for us to feel the emotion first. That is the primary mode of the brain, is to feel. And the secondary mode is for it to think. So our fast, non-conscious portion of the brain is what's driving that emotion. And then that second response where the logic comes in, that's the slow, conscious part of our brain. And it's the part that does the thinking. So this is why stores, marketers, etc., are always appealing to the emotion whenever they're trying to get you to buy something, because that emotional impulse is much more likely to have you open up your wallet than if you stop and step back and think about something logically. And so I just want to share that with you, because when you know that, you can also take that time to let the emotion flow through you. Emotions are a chemical reaction in our body. They only last 90 seconds. Sometimes we don't want to feel all the emotions and we will try and squash them down, which is definitely not advised. And if that's something that you do and you're full of stuffed down emotions, that's definitely something that I can help you with to release them, because those stuffed down emotions can cause health issues later on. And you don't want to go down that path. But the flip side of that is, when you're in that situation of, considering buying another pair of shoes, a dress, whatever it is that you're buying, to allow that emotion to flow through you, that 90 seconds, and then let that thinking part of your brain step in and say, do I really need this, etc. And if you're someone that's concerned about overspending, buying everything, and not having control of emotions, let the emotions flow. Give yourself 90 seconds before you make any decisions, and then come back to it to decide if it's something that you really want or not, and think about it logically. Sometimes I walk away entirely if it's a bigger expense, and I will let it mull in the back of my mind for 24 hours before I decide if it's something that I really need, that I really want to be doing. And just creating that distance is also really helpful. So I wanted to share that with you. Is it attractive or versus logic, right? The emotion drives the attraction, and that can have you making impulse decisions. You can take that time to step back so that you can bring some rational brain, some logical thought into making the right decision for you.